It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, they've been looking forward to this game and have to be anxious to tip it off. They've been pretty tight-lipped about the game plan coming in, but very soon we'll find out what approach they're going to take. Last season, a rough one for the number one draft pick Ben Simmons. Had his rookie debut delayed due to injury. Now in his second year in the league, what are we going to see from Ben Simmons, Kenny?
Well, obviously his passing and unselfishness is what got him into the league. Now we're going to see if he can be a scorer. But he has a rare kind of thing of size along with initiating an offense, Shaq.
And
not too many guys I've seen like that.
Not only that, the whole team around him gets better because he makes things easier for his teammates. You know why? Played at LSU, baby. Love Shack University.
Philadelphia could be a team on the
Love
rise.
Shack University.
Yes.
Okay.
Kevin Harlan has the call.
I
We'll
didn't
see
know
you
they
later.
changed it.
I changed it.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We're at the sold-out arena in San Antonio, Texas. It's the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Kevin, Kawhi Leonard has been a great defender from day one, but he has developed into an elite offensive player as well. Now, Greg Popovich says he basically tells me what he wants to do now. He knows he has a green light. I think that's the difference. He's more confident, more aggressive, more hungry to score than in the past. Kevin?
And they need him to be that way, D.A. Thank you, especially after Tim Duncan's retirement and Manu and TP getting older. This is Kawhi's team now, for sure. The Spurs offense, one of the most efficient in the NBA. It's all predicated, Greg, on motion.
And it's ball movement and player movement. They kind of want to warp the defense and force mistakes, and that's when they strike.
It's been a nice clean game, huh?
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Redick and Simmons are the 2 and the 3. Dario Saric is out there with Embiid, and it's Fultz in at the point. And that one's good.
Simmons absolutely in his comfort zone near the rim. I mean, uses his body extremely well and typically gets exactly the kind of shot he wants.
Now here's Parker. Passes it to Leonard. Gasol, a screen on Simmons. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. Parker outside. No good on the shot. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Fultz. Embiid the screen. Fultz kicks to Embiid. There's the pick. And the wide open shot from Redick. Sinks the three-pointer. Redick's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Parker outside. Green, the screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Over Saric. And it's Aldridge missing.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game. Hey, but unfortunately they came up empty.
Saric just screen on Parker. Back to Redick. Beyond the arc. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And J.J. Redick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch. Always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
Now here's Parker. Leonard, that's for two. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
You got to love the effort from Parker, constantly helping get his teammates involved.
Fultz the pass to Embiid. Outside, Simmons. Leonard with the steal. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Aldridge a screen. Shot off the pick. And the shot no good, a bit short. Hey, Greg, with Redick, that great shooting form he has is one of the reasons his game has aged so well.
And a lot of people wondered if Redick would be able to last in the NBA when he was drafted. Might have one of the longest careers of that draft class. Just keeps producing at any age.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Over Saric. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Parker.
His mid-range game is what sets Aldridge apart from the other bigs in our league. He's about as accurate a shooter as you'll find among players with his size.
Now here's Simmons, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Bad turnover, plain and simple. No other way to describe it. I mean, he just threw it out of bounds.
A different look now for San Antonio. Gay comes in for Pau Gasol, and it's Mills in for Parker. Spurs trail by 3. And here's Mills. Here's the dish to Aldridge. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. 2 on the clock. Covington with the steal. Here's Luwawu. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And he can't get the first one.
And, you know, the Sixers were heavily criticized for the so-called process, enduring the pain of losing big. People forget the prior decade when the team tried to contend, only won a single playoff series.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Laverne, he's checked in for Aldridge. Kyle Anderson comes in for Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Green. Now here's Mills. Ginobili kicks to Mills. Dishes to Anderson. From 10 feet out. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And Clark, it's true the Sixers were a team long stuck in the middle. Does that help explain why they employed such drastic measures to rebuild?
I think so, Kevin. Clearly, they tried getting there the usual way when you try to develop players and maybe add a key free agent here or there, and it didn't quite work. And the process was Plan B. And that process has really started to pay some dividends, so I don't blame them for trying it.
Gay kicks to Ginobili. Pass to Anderson. And here's Gay outside. Rebound by the 76ers.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen. Got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Now McConnell. Following Rudy Gay's three-point attempt, just 4 to shoot. Covington wide open, he fires, and a miss there on the triple. And we reach the end of the first quarter. 76ers ahead, they lead by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And the San Antonio Spurs have really popularized that unselfish offensive style of play. Manu Ginobili talked about their Spurs approach.
Attack and find the open teammate, not try to solve problems by ourselves. It's something that we've never done, and every time we did it, it's not us.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu and Tony there as the foundation and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that have come through the Spurs organization.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, Mills and Manu at the guards. Laverne is out there with Anderson. And it's Gay in at the small forward position. Now here's Ginobili. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Gay against Covington. Tries from 10. Here's Anderson. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And Clark, there are a lot of great scorers in the NBA, but do you think a handful of players are just impossible to defend?
There's only a few guys that are impossible to defend, and I think the most unguardable guy in the league is Kevin Durant. We've not seen anybody with his size, length, touch, speed, ball handling in all the time that I've watched the NBA. I mean, this is a 7-footer that moves like a guard, handles it like a guard, shoots it like a guard, and is 7 feet tall. There's nobody close to him in that regard. LeBron James, because of his physicality and speed and skill, would be second. But Durant, the most unguardable guy in the league. A lot of losing in Philadelphia, just 47 wins over 3 seasons from 2013 to 2016. That's the second worst 3-year stretch in NBA history.
Now here's Anderson. Embiid the screen. Shot off the screen. They get it back. Count it. Embiid's got his first bucket of the night.
No easy chore keeping the 7-footer off the glass. Embiid crashing with intentionality.
Wide open look here for Murray, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. And Clark, for the Sixers, it seems they're finally headed in the right direction.
Well, I think that's the benefit of patience and all of those high draft picks, Kevin. I mean, some people don't like how they did it, but they rebuilt the roster from the ground up, and I think it gives them a strong foundation going forward.
Now here's Gay, following the missed shot by Dario Saric.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Now here's Fultz. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Man, this guy's deceptively strong inside. Markelle Fultz, not messing around. He doesn't care who's in front of him.
Here is Anderson. It's a 3-point game. At the top of the key, Gay. Stolen by Anderson. And now Philadelphia on the break. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Boy, nice to see Anderson finishing with power. A lot of strength there, leaves no room for error with those throwdowns.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Gasol. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Green in for Rudy Gay.
Justin Anderson brings tremendous athleticism. I love that. He's an excellent perimeter defender who just needs to keep improving on offense.
Now here's Parker. Feeds it to Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
And scoring the ball comes easily and naturally to him. He's a versatile player at the offensive end.
And Kawhi Leonard, the only player other than Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon to be an all-star starter. Greg win the Defensive Player of the Year and win a Finals MVP award.
And Kevin, I think it's fair to say that's some lofty company to be in. You know, you're worried with the retirement of Tim Duncan. Would the Spurs go through a lull? And they found another two-way superstar to kind of build their team around, much in the same in terms of mannerisms as a Tim Duncan.
Now here's Parker after Ben Simmons' miss. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Outside, Redick. Embiid sets the pick for Fultz. A three from Anderson. Rebound by Murray. Spurs trail by 4. Parker dishes to Leonard. Pass to Murray. From past the arc. But they get it back. Parker kicks to Aldridge. He feeds it to Murray. Leonard on the wing. Over Redick. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Murray. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
With the floater, here's Aldridge. Out to Parker, takes a 3. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, Parker does not take many threes. When he does, you just have a feeling it's going in.
And Redick kicks to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. 76ers lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, the shooting accuracy was on point. It was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the team.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
A time-lapse view of the Friendship Torch and all the activity around it as we take you back here to downtown San Antonio. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
Here's Leonard.
And the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20. This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons, except the strike-shortened one in '99.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Redick and Simmons are the 2 and the 3. Charge is out there with Embiid, and it's Fultz in at the 1 spot. Now here's Fultz following the miss by LaMarcus Aldridge. Green against Redick. Aldridge kicks to Green. Leonard with no one around. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Leonard's got the game tied up here for San Antonio. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big three of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
Parker with it. Outguarded by Simmons. And that one's good. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the 76ers lead by 2.
No surprise seeing Embiid rise up like that. Fantastic at getting around the defense on the offensive glass there.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And guys, the big fellas don't always capture the fans' imagination. But Clark, having that charisma makes a difference, and Joel Embiid has plenty of that.
Yes, he does. Charming and funny. I mean, from his love of Shirley Temples to his aspiration of learning to be a point guard, you never know quite what's going to come out of Joel's mouth. And he's enjoying social media, too. You got to be careful there, though.
You're right. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Anderson, he's checked in for Aldridge. Gay comes in for Leonard. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Danny Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Joel Embiid. Robert Covington comes in for Ben Simmons. Korkmaz checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. Here's Korkmaz after the made shot from Manu Ginobili. The pass to Saric. Over Anderson. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Spurs have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Gay. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Gay against Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A three-pointer off the mark.
You've got to give Brett Brown, I think, just a ton of credit for holding the Sixers locker room together over the years. Brutally difficult to lose and keep fighting and playing hard and playing together. He's created, along with those players, a culture of hard work and effort, and they are not skipping steps along the way. And eventually, folks, that will pay off in good play.
Laverne, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. And then for Philadelphia, Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Luwawu Cabarro in for T.J. McConnell. Now here's Covington, looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Korkmaz. Shoots over Mills. Another miss by Philadelphia. And for Brett Brown, don't you think his positivity as a person and his love for coaching have helped lift the team through those down years, Clark?
Man, I don't think there's any question about that, Kevin. He knew it was going to be a tall task, actually taller than any of us could articulate. He stayed optimistic and realistic at the same time, demanding yet being patient, keeping his team focused the right way and on the right things. It's really an outstanding job and a commitment from management and ownership to stay the course because they think he's the right guy. So very impressive on all fronts.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. After the basket by San Antonio. Here's Gay, and finished off by Gay.
Yeah, and Gay can certainly slam it home. Got to keep this guy away from the rim or he's going to posterize you.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's Korkmaz. The feed to Covington, trying to get back on track. And the 76ers get it back. Not going to go that time. Spurs leading by 4. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room. Over Saric. Mills can't hit.
That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Holmes passes to Covington. Holmes sets a screen. A floater. Rebounded by the Spurs. Anderson's got his third rebound on the night. Mills dishes to Gay. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And this is an area where Gay is especially dangerous. A terrific mid-range scorer.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And no need to rush on a situation like that. That's just giving away a possession.
And so it's San Antonio with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. And don't go away. We'll be right back. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
The only difference is competitiveness. Stick with the strategy, stick with each other. Long night. Keep competing, keep pounding, keep pounding. It ain't about any one person. It's about us and how we do.
Banding together the guys. Greg Popovich preaching toughness and unity.
Yeah, and Pop really zeroes in on the fight. He's one of those guys, if you don't play your hardest, you don't play.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. We've got Green, Parker out there with Murray. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Leonard in at the power forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Now, here's Green. Here's the teardrop.
Solid read from Embiid there. Terrific at anticipating when... Talk about bringing it.
And that is a punch to the jaw. This game, as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game.
Ooh, I don't think he planned it too far in advance. That was one of those things, Greg, that just happens.
You don't mind a guy like him attempting something like that in a close ball game. That was a haymaker there.
Clock is at 3, and that one is good. And the Spurs lead by 4.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. Embiid the screen. They set the pick. Back to Redick. Embiid with the screen on Aldridge. Redick for 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. And the Spurs making a change here. Gasol's checked in. And the 76ers also making a change. Anderson, he's checked in for Nick Stauskas. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge is screened. Leonard against Anderson. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. That shot is off. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Outside, Simmons. Here's the floater. Good on the bucket.
And Simmons so deft with the floater, freezing the defense completely.
Now Parker. He kicks to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Leonard.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Anderson. Here's Embiid. No good. Good D by Gasol. Spurs leading by 4. Kicks it to Aldridge. And the layup's good off the glass. Aldridge has got 4 points this quarter.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Outside, Redick. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple.
Tell you what, that bucket could turn out to be large. Redick gets the call and shows no nerve in coming through for him there.
Now here's Parker. Outside, Green. With the teardrop. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Fultz dishes to Anderson. And Redick gets to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And Embiid is H-E efficient. That's super efficient, folks. When he gets cooking, the defense knows they're in for a long night.
Now here's Parker. Gasol screen. Green kicks to Leonard. Over Simmons. Leonard no luck. The 76ers trail by 3. Now here's Fultz. He dishes it to Simmons. Embiid with it. Gasol with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Green, the screen. Back to Leonard. Money!
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
And the 76ers call time here. They trail by 5. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
The presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Sharch has checked in for Justin Anderson. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Now here's Sharch. There's the screen, and Redick kicks to Embiid. Embiid sets the pick for Redick. Shot clock at 6. Money!
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Spurs, Tony. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 4. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Greg, one possession at a time, and really, as you said, it's all about clock management right now.
Fifteen seconds left to play in the final quarter. Charge a screen on Green. This one for 3. Fultz, no good. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Shooting for San Antonio, Daniel Green. 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Fultz. No good. And so it's the Spurs with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Well, Marcus, your game has evolved. Started as a finesse player, and now you have a lot more inside aggression. How did you get more comfortable down low?
It just takes time. You know, I got stronger every year, got better every year. You know, when I was younger, I wasn't strong, but now I'm much stronger. I'm much older now.
And a veteran who gets it done. Thank you, LaMarcus. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.